What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about 5 of my most favorite stocks inside my dividend portfolio and how many shares of each you would need to earn $500 a month in dividends. Now, what I did was I took my favorite companies that are pretty much spread amongst the whole dividend spectrum, from high yield to low yield, even an ETF in there as well. And I picked $500 because I've seen videos on 100,000, etc. I picked 500 because when doing my research, I found that 500 is really where the compounding effect of these dividends and reinvesting those dividends, that your portfolio really starts to skyrocket. So for me, $500 a month is a number that I really want to achieve, and that's where I'm going to start to see maximum growth inside my portfolio. So for each of these 5 stocks, I'm going to tell you how many shares you need to own to earn $100 each, and when you earn $100 over 5 shares, you got yourself $500 a month. When looking at this, we see that really the amount of shares doesn't really matter that much. It's more about the percentage of that share price, the dividend yield that a company pays, as well as how much that share price is for that particular company. And I think it's a common misconception that the dividend is directly related to the share price. That's not true. The dividend payout is usually declared way before it is paid, and then the yield is calculated upon that date according to the share price and how much you got paid. So when you're doing your research, you might see the dividend yield for a stock fluctuating up, down, all over the place, and wondering how that happens. Well, it changes with the share price, but you are not paid according to the share price when you get paid your dividends. And that's why dividend investors kind of love this type of approach, because your portfolio value could dive, but you could still keep increasing your dividends, which is pretty awesome. Now, granted, if the company dives for a long time, yeah, that's affecting their business, so they might have to cut dividends, etc. But the short-term fluctuations of share price are not going to determine how much you get paid. So each of these 5 stocks, all the numbers I'm going to give you are as of this recording. By the time you watch it, it might change a little bit, but it's going to be pretty close. And you can use the procedure that I'm going to go through to do it yourself with your updated numbers to find out how much you possibly need to get 100, 500, any amount of money per month in dividends. The first one we're going to talk about is probably my favorite stock right now inside my portfolio, and that is Realty Income, ticker symbol O. Right now, O has a dividend yield of 4.69%. It is a monthly paying dividend REIT. It's fantastic. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. Now, to calculate exactly how many shares we need to achieve $100 a month in dividends, what we're going to do is we're going to take $1,200, right? $100 a month, that would be $1,200 a year total for the year. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide that by the yearly payout of Realty Income. That payout right now is $2.81, which means we're going to need 427 shares of Realty Income to receive $100 a month in dividends. We then take the amount of shares we need, 427, and multiply it by the current share price, which is right at $60, and we see that we would need $25,622 invested in Realty Income to receive $100 every single month. And I know that you might say to me, like, that's so much freaking money. Like, who has it sitting around? And the fact of the matter is, guys, you can't think with that mindset. Everybody starts with zero. That $25,000 number should intimidate you. It should motivate you to keep building your portfolio over time and show you that it's really not that amount of money in the grand scheme of things if you do it over a long period of time. And once you get there, you got $100 a month coming in, passive income, like the most passive income really that there is. The least expensive way to get to $100 a month right now in dividends is with AT&T. Ticker symbol T. It is a favorite amongst the dividend community, coming in right now with the 7.42% yield. Its current payout is $2.08. So once again, if we take 1,200 divided by $2.08, we get 577 shares. Seems like a lot of shares, but the current share price of AT&T is only $35 per share, which means you only need $20,192 in AT&T to receive $1,200 a year or $100 a month. Realty Income was the only monthly dividend payer, so that would come monthly. For all the rest of these stocks, they're going to come quarterly, so you're going to get $300 every 3 months. The next stock I want to talk about is my favorite utility, and that is Duke Energy, ticker symbol DUK. Duke right now has a dividend yield of 4.68% and is paying a yearly payout of $3.86 per share. So we do the math and we find out that we need 310 shares of Duke Energy, which is right now trading at $83 per share. So that's going to be $25,730 that you're going to need invested in Duke Energy. I did want to put a stock on here that is one of my favorites that's not in that $20,000 to $25,000 range, and that's PepsiCo, ticker symbol PEP. Right now, a dividend yield of 3.06%, and it pays you $4.09 every single year per share. So if we do some quick math, we find out that we need 293 shares of Pepsi to receive $100 a month in dividends. At $134 per share, that's $39,262. So almost $40,000 in Pepsi. And just those 4 stocks alone would be $100,000 saved. And you're right there at $500 every single month of dividend income. So you reach 2 milestones right there. $100,000 invested, that's when I've heard and I've experienced the hockey stick effect of compound growth. Also during this time, and while you're growing up to this amount of shares, these companies are great companies. They've been raising their dividends year after year after year. So while you're saving, these are just the very basic numbers. They're going to continue to grow over time, as well as a compounding effect of reinvesting those dividends back into those shares. Not everybody likes individual stocks, so I did put my favorite dividend paying ETF on here, and that is Vanguard's High Dividend Yield ETF, ticker symbol VYM. In my Discord chat, this is known as the Patreon ETF. I use all of the donations that I receive through my Patreon page, and it goes right into this. And I said, when we get to $100,000, we'll go on a vacation somewhere. If you guys want to, throw some love and get inside that Discord chat, consider becoming a Patreon member. I'll throw that link down in the description below. Just past 25 Patreons, which is freaking awesome. I spend way too much time on there chatting, but I wanted to shout out all my Patreon members and say thank you guys for all the support you give me. And let's grow that VYM to 100 grand so we can go on a vacation somewhere. VYM has a dividend yield of 3.54% right now, which is going to get you $2.82 every single year. We do the math, we see that we need 426 shares of VYM to get us that $100 every single month. At $80 a share currently, that means you're going to need $34,080 if you would like to receive $100 a month in VYM. And now with those 5 stocks giving you $100 a month, you've achieved that $500 a month in dividend payments, the most passive income that you could ever receive in this world. And back to the point I made earlier, I know this is a lot of money. This total of almost $145,000 invested, but over time, guys, this is not going to happen overnight. Remember, we all start at zero. Please, please remember that. And don't think of the long term as I can't achieve that. Use that number as motivation, not intimidation. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. And until I see you on the next one, stay positive, work really, really hard. Always be kind to other people. Hope you have yourself an amazing day and an even better tomorrow.